Hello everyone, my name is Bernadine Sinaga, and I'm here to talk about the importance of animal welfare. First of all, what is animal welfare? Animal welfare pertains to the living conditions of animals that are kept in captivity or are otherwise under human control. In this way, animal welfare is synonymous with human control of animals. As a guiding philosophy for legislation and regulations, animal welfare attempts to mitigate the suffering of human-controlled animals and to ensure a minimum standard of living conditions and treatment. Welfare standards can be applied to farms, laboratories, pet stores, horse ranches, and entertainment facilities, although standards differ widely based on the species and how animals are used. Now, before we continue furthermore, there are 5 freedoms of animal welfare that we should know, which was established in 1965 by Francis Bramble and later adopted by the UK's Farm Animal Welfare Council, which was then set as basic standards for the well-being of animals in captivity. These freedoms include freedom from thirst and hunger by providing ready access to fresh water and diet to maintain health and vigor, freedom from discomfort by providing an appropriate environment, including shelter and a comfortable resting area, freedom from disease, pain, or injury by prevention or rapid diagnosis and treatment, freedom to engage in natural behaviors by providing sufficient space, proper facilities, and company of the animal's own kind, and lastly, freedom from distress and fear by ensuring conditions and treatment which avoid mental suffering. Now, by following the rules of these 5 freedom of animal welfares, it means that us, as the caretaker of the animals around us, could support the health and welfare of them all, whatever their purpose is. The 5 freedoms is meant to educate us to provide the best possible care for all the animals that live among us. And then there are several animal welfare issues which can arise in any situation where animals are being used by humans, whether for food, entertainment, or experimentation. Here are a few examples of human activities that often play a big role in contributing animal welfare issues. First off, animal testing. Rabbits, mice, guinea pigs, and other animals regularly undergo stressful operations and experiments. Some are restrained in devices while substances are driven into their eyes, while others are force-fed or endure painful operations. Laboratory animals are often kept within stainless steel enclosures for much of their lives. And then there's a lack of behavioral enrichment, where captive animals suffer from boredom due to a lack of mental stimulation, even with additions like toys. Zoos and aquariums may not be as harsh as farms, but they still pose problems. And then, as we all know, farmed animals usually undergo the routine of mutilations without anesthetics. Cows, pigs, and sheep have their tails removed, and also portions of chickens' beaks are often sliced off at a young age. These animals live in dark, crowded, unsanitary enclosures that are largely, if not entirely, indoors. And generally speaking, factory farms prioritize cost efficiency and profits over animal welfare. And then we got blood sports. Activities like bullfighting and dogfighting exploit animals for human entertainment, leading them to serious welfare concerns. And not far from that, we got sport hunting, where animals are killed for fun, causing suffering and often leaving them wounded. Sport hunting can also lead to slow and painful deaths. Poaching. Poaching usually means hunting outside the law. It's another form of vicious exploitation that's generally conducted without any regard for animal welfare. Whaling. Hunting whales can also result in prolonged suffering, and whales are often killed in front of their family members. And then overpopulation in companion animals leads to an uncontrolled breeding of dogs and cats, which contributes to overpopulation, leading to euthanization in shelters. And lastly, there's puppy mills. These establishments raise welfare concerns as animals endure cramped conditions, malnutrition, and unsanitary environments, leading to physical and psychological disorders. Now, from those animal welfare issues that we talked about earlier, we could certainly come to a realization of why is animal welfare so important. The importance of animal welfare lies in the moral responsibility humans have towards other living beings, acknowledging that animals deserve to be treated with dignity and respect. Beyond ethical considerations, there are legal and societal frameworks that emphasize the significance of safeguarding animal welfare. Additionally, promoting animal welfare is vital for scientific research, human health, and economic sustainability. It reflects a commitment to humane practices in agriculture, research, entertainment, and other areas where human activities intersect with animals, fostering a harmonious coexistence between humans and the animal kingdom. And now we've come to a conclusion that it is a sad truth that when human and animal lives intersect, it frequently leads to the suffering of animals. Enhancing standards of welfare does not only benefit the well-being of animals, but also serves to inform the public about the challenging circumstances animals endure in places such as factories and laboratories. Bringing up the topic of animal welfare is ever-changing, incorporating diverse perspectives even among advocates with shared end goals. Despite these differing views, the ongoing conversation and the initiatives it sparks are driving our society toward improved conditions for animals. Ideally, the progress in this movement will eventually lead to the liberation of all animals from the harshest forms of human treatment. And as Mr. David Attenborough once said, there are some 4 million different kinds of animals and plants in the world, 4 million different solutions to the problems of staying alive. Taking care of animals and making sure they are treated well is not just the right thing to do. It shows that our society cares about being kind, understanding, and responsibly looking after the different kinds of animals that live with us on Earth. May this discussion about animal welfare brings up new outlook for all of us to be a better human being who cares about all the living beings around us. That's all from me. Thank you so much for listening.